Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where our truce with these guys is actually over. We should declare war on them basically immediately. I want to do a duchy conquer on them, and I want it to be this duchy. I want to get rid of it. So it's not going to be this one, obviously. Which one of these is the correct duchy? It is this one, the Umayyad Emirate. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to declare this right now. He is our head of faith, which makes this a little awkward, but we're still going to do this. We'll raise up our troops here, and in the meantime, I would like to do a little bit more investment over here. That one's the one that's not maxed out. Basically, everything else here is maxed out. That is something to consider. We do have hoardings, actually. So I did want to get a concentric castle upgrade with our next payment. So we'll go ahead and allow that to happen just as soon as our payment comes in here. Our wife became an architect. That's nice, I suppose. Okay, we'll go ahead and get that started. And let's go ahead and get a slow siege started over here. We want to attack here, it looks like. Excellent. Okay. Sure, we'll name our child that. Speaking of children. Aha! Problems have ensued. We are going to disinherit this child immediately. There we go. Perfect. They don't get to inherit. However, our player heir here is a forgiving gentleman. So that's great for him. He is only 13 years old, which is actually a good age. We're 74, we're going to die soon. He's going to come of age extremely soon. And I think this is enough troops. We're going to move... Well, I need to think about this, actually. Supply limits over here are really, really awkward. We should come up over here and try to block any passage across this strait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see 9,600, 8,300. Okay, so we're going to move our mangonels as well as about 5k levies up over here. Now, I'm very concerned that they're going to come in via water here. If they come in via land, I think I'm okay with that. So let's just split this for now, and we're going to move them over here. These guys we're going to split again, and we're going to move them up over here. And then we're going to split this again, and we're going to move them over here. And we're just going to spread out and attempt to get ourselves some decent supply limits going on here. Okay, so these guys are heading up over there. That's fine. We're going to split these, and we're going to move them over here. That's obviously still too much. So we're going to split this, and these guys are going to head over this way. Then these guys are going to split, and they're going to head over here. These guys are going to split, and they're going to head in here. And I'm noticing that we could definitely have someone here and someone... Well, actually, I'll leave these here because this is a desert. They'll be okay. What's our supply limit here? Kind of close enough, but I'm going to split this in half, and we're going to move these guys over here. Yes. Okay, so we have ourselves split up so that we're not taking massive attrition while doing these sieges. That is the idea here. And the question is, how long until his troops show up? Here they come. We can see them coming down the sea here. Okay. Where are they going to land? They're clearly going to try to land over here somewhere. Maybe they land here. Yeah, they land here. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and put in a... Well, actually, we probably don't have a qualified commander for this right now, do we? No, because he's here instead. So I'm going to remove him from there, and we're going to put him in here. I'm also going to immediately remove these mangonels. And 7 days left on this siege? Sure. I'm going to start moving the mangonels down over here right now. Yes, that's 2 months left. This is acceptable. Okay, so they're going to come in over here. We fully expected this. We are going to start piling in everyone except the mangonels up over this way. These guys are going to shift up this direction, although they're not necessarily going to go up to the battle destination just yet. They're going to just simply shift up this way. So they'll go there, and then these guys will come up. Okay. So let's see how our numbers end up looking. We do see a good chunk of enemies up here. Learning lifestyle experience? Sure. They're definitely moving faster than we are right now. There's no doubt about that one. But we can keep funneling additional troops into this, and that's what we're going to do. These guys, they're going to come up here. These guys are going to come up as well. These guys are going to come in. And are these guys seizures? No, they're movers. They're going to come up. Oh, nope, they are seizures. They're going to stay here. We're going to move these guys all the way up in here. So we're going to stack in all of our troops, and yeah, we're probably going to end up losing this battle, but what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to hold them and bleed them. That is the only goal right now, and just move in additional morale as quick as we can. Which isn't particularly quick. Like, I would prefer if we could move in quicker, but actually, I think we can turn this. I actually think we can turn this. We won this siege. These guys are going to now start moving up here. This is, I wouldn't say a must-win battle, but this is a should-win battle. And yeah, now we're going to win this. It was bloody and definitely drawn out. There's no doubt about that. But all is good. We'll finish up this siege. They are retreating. They're beaten back. And the siege is now finished. We are going to head up over here. I actually don't want these guys to embark. Head on up overland. I don't want to pay that cash. Excellent. I'm also going to split this in half, and we're going to send half overland, yes. We're going to send them over this way. Should be... Okay, they have grouped up over here. They're probably going to start sieging. I'm okay with this. I'm actually going to group these back up. We do get a learning lifestyle perk. Okay, monthly piety from buildings, piety per night. I don't really care about either of those. We're doing okay on piety. Yeah, they're going to siege. This is completely okay. I don't mind this. We're going to move in up here, and yeah, we are losing supplies, but we're going to continue having supplies for about 7 more months. So that's completely fine by me. We'll put that guy in as our chancellor. He will do a very good job. And we should have sufficient troops to be able to win this. Yeah, they're backing off. They aren't happy about this. They're trying to run. We're going to catch some of them, but not, I think, all of them. Let's see how many we catch here. Actually, we're going to catch all of them because these guys are going to turn around. Actually, they're not. I'm surprised. I thought the AI would definitely do that. But no, they did not. And indeed, that's the right call. They should have just kept going, in all honesty. Because now we can catch them. They should have just moved away. They don't have a hope now. How are we doing on our Battle War score? We're almost capped. That's great. This may cap us on our Battle War score. Okay. Yes, we are now battle capped. So we're going to go ahead and split in half here, and we're going to move these guys up into these mountains. Now, of course, we're going to have to make a lot of concessions here for this supply limit. So that is definitely something we're going to have to consider here. These guys are going to have to be split pretty heavily in half. I want to make sure that our mangonels are here. Yes, they are. And then we will move these guys, like, off over this way. These guys are going to have to be split and moved up over here. These guys are going to have to be split and moved up all the way over here. We're going to have to spread very far out here. And I'm not necessarily okay with this. But I guess we'll see where the enemies come back in. We see their army over here. And I'm actually going to start these guys moving in. And these guys moving up as well. Okay. We'll see where they decide to go. They're coming out over this way. I'm fine with this. They can do that. We're going to move all of these units up to here. Every single one of them. They're coming in to attack the war goal and siege it? Sure. Like, they're going to lose to ticking war score if they do that. we're just going to come in over here, look to get a breach, and end this war. I don't foresee us fighting them anymore, so this should all be good. In fact, I don't think we even need a breach. Look how quickly we're sieging this. Fantastic. Let's just group all this up. And this should, I think, get us the war score that we need this siege. Yes. Yes, it does. So we'll enforce those demands. Disband our troops. Fantastic. They're now kicked out of this area. I do still want to fight them for this, so that will definitely be part of what I consider as, like, my headcanon for part of Africa, because I definitely consider these islands to be part of Africa. But apparently this game does not, so that'll be interesting. Now we're going to have to continue fighting them for some time, for sure. But overall, I'm quite happy with what just happened. That worked very well. We're a little bit in debt, but we won't be for long, and we're going to be able to continue working on some of our castle upgrades, which is absolutely great. This one's already in progress, and we need a couple more. So we'll save up for that, absolutely, and we'll ransom all of these prisoners. That will probably, I think... Wait, what is this? No. When the time is right. Get out of here. Okay. So we're going to ransom all these people, and hopefully this will be enough cash that we're able to... Ooh, yes, I accept. Hopefully this will be enough cash that we will be able to construct ourselves a castle upgrade immediately. It's going to be... None of these are very high-value prisoners, in all honesty. Yeah, none of these... Oh, that one's decent, 100 golder. But... yeah, that wasn't so great. Next month tick, though, we'll be able to definitely get ourselves a castle upgrade. So that is perfect. We did get ourselves a lot of prisoners there. We're going to go ahead and put in a spy master. This guy's not particularly good at the job, but we'll put him in anyway. Just to make sure he's staying out of trouble, if at all possible. And we're going to upgrade over here. We're looking for castle upgrades. Perfect. This guy is going to die anytime now. We are ready for him to die. Our player heir is currently 15, so we will come of age in the next year, and we can pretty much go whenever. So that's great. I do want to do additional faith conversions, and I'm actually going to convert that over there. Sounds great. Excellent. And keep in mind, this is 122 gold per month with us generous and not being in stewardship focus. That's kind of insane, in all honesty. Like, completely bonkers. I will happily take that. We can create only 3 titles, sadly, but we can also grant vassals to rightful liege as soon as our heir comes in. So that should be fine. We can found a holy order, but I don't care. I'm not going to found a holy order right now. I would absolutely love to get this castle upgrading in Garumel. Our heir did just come of age. He became a thrifty clerk, which isn't great. I've definitely seen better. But he is greedy, and that is good for us. Greedy is very good for us. Temperate isn't bad either. That kind of offsets the piety issues. Yeah, that's actually... This is pretty good. I mean, trusting isn't the best, right? But overall, these are reasonable traits that this guy got. I've seen better, but he's okay. He is definitely okay. Are we currently attempting to lose weight? No, we're not. Okay. Our heir is unmarried, and I do actually want to change that. Let's see. Hail isn't awful, but it's not the best. Same with Quick. Quick is okay. Amazonian and Giant. Interesting. But not really what I'm looking for here. What I would really like to see is someone with a good intelligence boost. Something beyond Quick, ideally. I mean, if I have to take Quick, I can. And in fact, I think I will. Yeah, we'll just go for this. Now, that will probably not be our ultimate primary wife. We did just discover men-at-arms, and that's definitely something to take a look at. There we go. And that then means that we are next being exposed to Trebuchet as an innovation. That is actually perfect. No, wait. We're fascinating Trebuchet. We're getting Divine Right as an exposure. It's okay. It's not fantastic. This one's actually pretty good. That wouldn't be terrible. Well, we'll continue working on the High Medieval era for now. And let's go ahead and take a look at what our men-at-arms have developed into. We can now have another men-at-arms regiment. And I'm going to make that be another unit of mangonels. I want to just siege more. So we'll do that, and then we will also work on bringing our men-at-arms up to size 12. There's one. Okay, that one didn't quite make it all the way. But we're going to continue working on that over time, and does that take precedence over upgrading our castles, is the question. Maybe. We have the castles in our capital duchy finished, so that's good. However, our economic duchy castles are all level 2 still. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upgrades here. Which, of course, means that we're looking at a pretty big chunk of gold here, like 3,500 gold. That's definitely something to be considering. Take some time to get. However, it would pay off eventually because we are getting additional gold per month with these upgrades. So I think that we do probably prioritize this over our men-at-arms. I do want to continue upgrading our men-at-arms, but I think now is not exactly the time for that. It's like this upgrade is continuing on its own. That is fantastic to see. And everything else in the economic duchy is indeed maxed out. Yeah, I'm very happy about that. We do get a new learning perk. Okay. I mean, I guess we could grab Radiant. I don't know what our level of devotion is. We're a devoted servant. Yeah, that's not exactly the best, but it's okay, I guess. That is fine. Not the best, but okay. We'll go ahead and upgrade our castle in Duolo next. Will that allow us to upgrade our bailiff's office to level 3? No, we need the cranes the cranes innovation for that. Which, of course, the cranes innovation is the late medieval technological upgrade. That's going to be a while before we get there, for sure. We are currently missing 3 more innovations to unlock the late medieval era. And Trebuchet will be unlocked in about 4 years, 13 for Divine Right. Okay. I would like Muladi. This would be a pretty good one to grab. Same with Urbanization. Banking would be pretty good too. Land grants, I don't think I care that much about land grants. Heraldry, high partition might be convenient, but honestly, we haven't had an issue with partition. Just because... or rather, Confederate partition, because we've just been disinheriting children. I mean, it's, I guess, a little more convenient to go onto high partition, but even then, we're still going to have to disinherit our children, so I'm not sure that that actually matters unless we were to grab primogeniture. Like, that would be the only difference, right? But primogeniture is, like, super late game in CK3. And ultimately... I kind of feel like we end up not caring about it because of that. I would normally, in CK2, absolutely rush something like Primo or Ultimogeniture as an inheritance law. But in CK3, I'm just like, what exactly is the point of doing that? It's so far down the tree that maybe we're better off just dealing with Confederate partition and getting a good strategy in place for that, which I feel like we have at this point. When we know approximately when we're going to inherit, we can disinherit most of our children and just work as if it's on Primo, or actually not even Primo or Ultimogeniture, because we can directly choose which child we want to inherit. Of course, you can do that on Primo and Ultimogeniture as well through the same disinherit process, and you just have to disinherit fewer children. It's still an upgrade, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's a tremendously impactful one, primarily because just feel like we can handle Confederate partition. The only time Confederate partition becomes a problem is if you have an unexpected death, which that can happen. There's no doubt about it. But ultimately, even then, you can put the pieces back together. It's not a huge deal. Sure, it takes a little time, but I think it's okay. We're currently 78. How's our truce with these guys doing? 2 more years. We could die at any moment. Absolutely any moment. And that is definitely something that we are considering here. I do want to get this castle upgrade going. We're going to have the gold for that next time we get a payment. And in fact, there it is right there. So all we're missing now is about 1,400 gold to upgrade these 2 castles. And that is fantastic. We're going to die at any time. And when we do, we're going to have some of these things to do. But okay. We shouldn't have any issues. I want to double check our succession. Where did you come from? I'm glad I double checked. Problem solved. Okay. Another child that I didn't know about popped up, but that's okay. It is now dealt with. This is why we double check. Like I said, though, ultimately I feel like it's manageable. As long as you know approximately when you're in danger of dying and take the appropriate steps, I don't think that we need to focus on not being on Confederate partition. It's just not a big deal. I do want to get this upgrade going ASAP. It's going to be a little while yet. Another probably, what, 2-month ticks? Yeah, 2-month ticks, for sure. That's okay, and we're going to want to attack these guys relatively soon. We're 79 now, and we've got another year on our truce here. I definitely want to take this county claim, since that is, of course, a partial duchy here. That is definitely something that I want to do. And then, is this a single county? This is a single county in this duchy. Okay, so that would be another county claim. I wish we had a press all de jure CB, but unfortunately, that's not a thing that we can do. I don't care about this guy's claims. That's a single county. I don't care about that claim. And that's a single county as well. So, yeah, overall, I think that's the general plan. We're definitely going to come in over here and get to work on upgrading this castle. And if we get the gold while this character is still alive, we will absolutely upgrade Kira as well. I mean, he's held out well. He's 79. He's still only health poor, actually. He's whole of body. He's also healthy, and he's got that iron constitution. Only countering penalties, of course. But even so, this guy might actually live a few more years. That wouldn't be too awful, if you ask me. I would love to get this upgraded. I'd love to continue to work on upgrading all of our structures. I'd love to have trebuchets. One thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to upgrade this unit of mangonels, and in fact, I probably shouldn't have made it, but I'm not going to upgrade it until we have trebuchets, because we're going to have to disband it anyway. So that'll be fine. Do we want to wait until we have trebuchets to declare war again? I think the answer to that is probably no. Do we have the ability to declare war now? No, not quite yet. We do still have a truce for a little while. Only 16 months. But this guy could die at literally any time. He's at that age. So, I'm going to try not to get us into too much trouble. We don't want to be in a big war when this guy dies. So I actually think we're not going to declare on these guys again this life. And next life, we'll go after the kingdom claim over here and get a huge chunk of this. I think that's the overall plan. And in the meantime, we'll just work on investment over here. We already have hoardings. That's great. We do need Castle Baileys fairly soon. And I think that maybe we go for Castle Baileys next, just so that we get those medieval era military buildings and we can get these all fully upgraded up to their top level. I am going to spend the cash right now on upgrading our non-mangonel men-at-arms. There we go. And then our bowmen and our Mubarazun down here as well. So we're going to wait on a little bit of cash for that. We'll get both of those upgraded, and then we'll get these as soon as the trebuchets come in. And at this point, we're basically just waiting for this guy to die. It could be any time, or it could be 5, maybe even 10 years from now. Our wife did just die, which isn't surprising to us. I want another high stewardship wife. Ooh, she's a genius too. I mean, chance of children is medium, which isn't necessarily great, but I want her for her stewardship skill. I would prefer that she be the primary wife of our heir. Unfortunately, that's not going to be a thing. That is certainly not going to be a thing, but that's okay. We'll just deal with it for now. We'll see how long this guy holds on. It could be any time or far in the future. So there's our archers, or rather our bowmen finished up, but it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to finish maxing out our men-at-arms again. We're going to get trebuchets, and we're going to do a little more upgrading, and this guy's definitely going to die sometime next episode. I'm pretty sure of that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time, where maybe I'll notice that the Mongol Empire is having some... Maybe.